Hey you guys, Shanina here and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share how I am preparing for grocery shopping today. I've decided to go back to doing a weekly shopping only because the older two kids work and so they pretty much eat most of the time at their jobs. And so I'm not having to buy like a whole lot of stuff when I go to the grocery store. Like in the beginning, if you guys have been following me for some time, then you know I've been on this grocery savings journey for quite a while now, and I do use coupons. So normally how I grocery shop is I pretty much go downstairs, look through the kitchen, and then I look through the sales ads and through my coupons, and that's how I build my list. I have decided not to do that anymore because I want to try to save a little bit more money, and then also I don't want to continue to waste anything. Last month I did like a purge in the kitchen and kind of went through all of my pantry items that I had stocked up, seeing what expired, what hadn't expired yet, what's close to expiring. And unfortunately, I had to throw away a lot of stuff. And I know some of you are like, well, why didn't you just donate it to a church or to a food pantry or something like that? I thought about it, but then I also thought about the fact that, if I have something that I'm not even willing to feed my own family, then I feel some kind of way about feeding it or donating it to someone else's family. So I would rather just trash it. And that's just the unfortunate part of couponing. A lot of times we tend to overbuy on items just because it's on sale. And so that's one thing that I've been trying to change, because when I first started couponing, it was super exciting. I was running after every single deal that I could see, especially food wise, because that's what motivated me to start couponing in the beginning, because we are now a family of five, whereas we weren't always a family of five. So when we became a family of five, it became a little bit difficult to make sure that we had food in the house all month long. And we found a lot of times where we would run out of like major things like poultry, meat, things like that towards the end of the month. And that was back when I was doing like a monthly grocery haul. So then I ventured over to trying to do it bi-weekly. That didn't really work out because of our schedules. It was kind of hard to get to a store in the middle of the week. And then I tried to do the weekly grocery hauls, but that didn't at that time that wasn't really working as well, because we had a lot going on in, with school and sports and all that stuff. So wasn't really sure if it would be worth it. Didn't really want to waste anything or allow anything to go bad. So we kind of just was, just going to the store every time, we needed something and all that. But because we're starting a new budget this month, me and the husband decided to come together and pay more attention to our finances. We're not careless spenders. It's just that our goals have changed since we've gotten married. We had goals pre-marriage, but since we've been married, our goals had kind of broadened. So we would like to be able to move into a house within the next year or so. And so it's going to take a lot of cutbacks and kind of altering the way that we spend in order to do that. So I decided, well, since the older two kids are working, they're 17 and 18 for those that are new to my channel. I have a family of five, three kids, two adults. Me and the honey been together for 10 years. We just got married in March 3rd to be exact. And we've got three kids. We've got a 7-year-old, and then he's got two kids of his own that live with us, 17 and 18. So the dynamics of our family and the way in which we eat has changed over time. And now we're at a point where I don't have to really buy as much food, because a lot of times it's just the three of us here because the other two are at work. So I figured, well, this is a new month, and I didn't come on here last week to show you because I completely forgot. But I'm here now, so I'm just gonna show you my goal of grocery shopping. Hopefully it works. You guys are welcome to join me in this challenge of creating a lower grocery budget. Right now, our budget is $300 a month. that's what we've always had it as. And of course, there's been times where we've went over that, but for the most part, we try to stay within budget. And I want to make it lower than that. So I figured, well, the best way, how can I do that? For me, the best way is to just start back meal planning and create a meal, and then creating a list based on the meals that I have and what I am lacking in the pantries or the fridge. And just shopping for that only versus, picking up things as I run through the grocery store, because I had a bad habit of that. I would go to the grocery store with a list, but then I would see all of these things on sale, especially during the mega events, and I would get off track because I had coupons with to match. And it turns out that, I think I was probably overspending because of that, just trying to catch deals. But that excitement has passed over, and now I'm just trying to be more practical with the money that we have for our grocery bill. And so here we are. So today is Sunday, and it's week 2 of May. So for this week, for this grocery trip, this will be for the upcoming week of May 7th, which is today, Sunday through the 13th, which is next Saturday. So I have days, I have it broken down by each day. Now, I'm a realist, so I know that it's probably not going to be exact as far as what days we eat this stuff on, but we'll definitely be eating this through the week. Okay. So for example, I may not even make this tomorrow. I may make it Tuesday and then make this tomorrow, or what have you. So today is leftover day. Yesterday I baked some ribs in the oven, made some cheese potatoes on the stove and some green beans, and I just went down there to check to see if there was anything left over. And there is enough left over for somebody to fix them a plate or two. And so I'm gonna just leave that down there for the honey, because he's normally really hungry when he first gets home. So him and I think Jaquavius has left for the day, so I saw him making noodles, so I don't think he ate any ribs or anything. But anyways, and if for any reason there isn't enough leftovers, like for example, if all the kids decide to be home today and not have to work or whatever, then I'll come up with something for today's dinner while I am at the store. It'll probably be something simple. But tomorrow, I plan on cooking New Mexican pozole. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but I got this raw spice kit in the mail about a month ago. And this has actually been a long process with the raw spice kit, because I originally was supposed to do a video of the recipes for you guys back in February. But I didn't get the kit in time, and they had to resend it to me, and they were supposed to be sending me 2 kits so that I can do a giveaway. But anyways, so I have the 1 kit, and I do want to share the recipes. It's the February kit. But anyways, so one of the recipes is New Mexican pozole. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not really sure. And with that, it's kind of like a soup, or the picture, it looks like a soup. So it also looks like something you could just put over top of some white rice. So we have rice downstairs, so I'm going to use that up and make that. And then we have picky eaters in the house, so for those that aren't really feeling this, then they'll have the option to eat the baked nachos. So with that, tortilla chips were yesterday's Freebie Friday download, so that's what I'm going to be using for that. And then with some cheese, black olives. Oh, I need to put that on here too, because I didn't write black olives, but black olive, cheese, diced tomatoes, ground turkey meat with the seasoning, taco seasoning on it, throw it in the oven, do it like that, something simple. And Tuesday, the plan is to make buffalo chicken tenders with homemade French fries. Now, once again, I said, earlier that this might not even happen on Tuesday. This might be Wednesday, and then we might have Salisbury steak on Tuesday. But no matter what days we have these meals on, I know for sure that this is what we're having this week, because this is what I'm shopping for. So anything outside of that, it is what it is. So on Wednesday, the plan is to have Salisbury steak. I saw a recipe on allrecipes.com. It looked really good, and so I figured I would give that a try for their Salisbury steak recipe. And in the picture, it had mashed potatoes and corn, and I was like, oh, well, I might as well just make the whole meal. So we're going to have mashed potatoes and corn with that. Thursday is going to be leftover day. And that's pretty much for anything that wasn't eaten up, prior to Thursday, then we'll be eating that on Thursday. Or if it's just one of those days that I haven't cooked one of these meals yet, but you guys get the picture, right? Okay, so Friday, I saw another cool recipe on allrecipes.com, and it's a black bean. It's actually a chicken and rice burrito. But I was like, oh, well, I've got some black beans downstairs that I need to use up. So I'm going to make it my own and make it black bean chicken and rice baked burritos. And then Saturday, leftovers. So here's how I've got my list set up. On this side, I've got pretty much everything that I'm going to need to make all of these meals that I don't already have downstairs. And how I did it was to keep my focus in the store, because y'all, my mind sometimes is all over the place, and sometimes I'll pick up something and not remember why I'm picking it up. So what I did to help me was, for each thing that I need for all of these meals, I put the days of the week next to it. So I know that when I go in and pick up a pack of chicken breasts or 2 packs of chicken breasts, I know that I'm going to be using it for 3 separate meals. I know that I'm going to be using it for the chicken pasoli, because I'm opting to use chicken instead of it had 3 options, and I forget what the other 2 were. I think it was like beef shank or something like that. But instead of doing all that, because I'm not making a huge pot of this, I'm just going to use the chicken breast. Whole chicken was the option, but we're just going to go with chicken breast. And so I know that I need it for Monday's potential meal, Tuesday's potential meal, and Friday. And then the same with the potatoes. We need a bag of potatoes. I used up all the ones we had left last night making the cheese potatoes. So I know that I'm going to need the potatoes to make French fries and to make mashed potatoes with the Salisbury steak. So you guys kind of see how I've got that set up. So the canned hominy, I'll be picking that up because Thursday's meal, the recipe card calls for hominy. So that's how I've got it listed all the way down here. And then, of course, there are some prices, because I went by I normally shop at Kroger's. A lot of times for my meat, I shop at Wayfield's. And I like to get fruits and vegetables at Aldi's because they're cheaper. But when I compared all 3 ads, they're kind of running sort of the same deals. So I said, well, instead of wasting gas going to all 3 stores, I'll just stick with Kroger. So this week, Kroger has the Vidalia onions for 49 cents a pound. So I just wrote that there to remind myself. One of the recipes, the Salisbury steak, called for French onion condensed soup. And then we have some garlic cloves, which I'm not going to get the whole cloves, but just the jar minced garlic, and I can actually get that from the Dollar Tree, as well as the chicken broth that is needed. So I will be making a trip across the street to the Dollar Tree. I'll also need some cheeses. So the cheese will be for the baked nachos and the black bean chicken and rice burritos. And then the tortilla chips, of course, I already explained that to you guys. Ground turkey would be for the baked nachos. Green onions will be for the baked nachos. So we'll dice tomatoes. The cream cheese and sour cream will be for the black bean chicken and rice baked burritos. And so on the side of that, I've only got 2 physical coupons that I'm going to be using. And the rest of the coupons that go with my list are on the Kroger app. So instead of which is what I would normally do, is just go through all my coupons, see what's on sale, and then shop that way. I said, well, let me make a list, and then if I find a coupon, if I just so happen to find coupons for what I need, then that'll be great, because just in my experience, I just think that, when you do it the other way, you kind of overspend. because you're just trying to grab the deal while it's a good deal, when a lot of times we don't necessarily need that item. And I had to start doing that. I had to start asking myself, do I just want this because it's on sale, or do we need it? So half a gallon of milk. We don't go through milk really fast, so every time I buy a gallon it ends up going bad. So I decided, well, since we're doing the weekly thing, we'll just stick with a half a gallon of milk. Now Aldi's have eggs for 69 cents this week, but that would literally be the only thing that I would go get at Aldi's, because all of the other things that they have on sale is pretty much on sale at Kroger's. So hopefully they still have the 77-cent eggs. If not, then whatever. I don't want to go all the way to the other side of town to Aldi's just for a carton of eggs. So, oranges is something that Olivia requested. We are out of fruit, and she really likes those cutie oranges because they're easy to peel. So that was a request, which I had already planned on getting that anyway. And then down here, she requested some other stuff. So they're on sale for $2.99. The bread, I know last week, the Nature's Own bread was on sale for 99 cents, but I'm not sure if it's still on sale this week because the ad is a little different from last week's ad, although they're still running the buy four, save four, which that wasn't a part of that promotion. But, you know, sometimes they run other deals more than 1 week as well. So we'll see when we get there. Butter, $1.99 this week at Kroger. I decided to go back to butter. We've actually been alternating between the two, butter and like Country Crock. But then I've been doing a lot of research on butter and, you know, how healthy it is for you compared to like Country Crock spreads. And I actually found out that Country Crock is not butter. It's more like water and soybean oil and like all this other stuff. So I figured, well, let's go back to what's natural. Let's go back to butter. So it just so happens to be on sale this week. I might pick up 2 of those just because they're at a really good price right now, in my opinion, for real butter. Then we need vegetable oil. We don't have any more of that. So, of course, that's going to be to fry up the chicken tenders and French fries. We need buffalo wing sauce for the chicken tenders. So I did find a physical coupon for that. It's a Kroger, one of these kind of coupons. So like a Kroger coupon, and it's for Steak and Shake wing sauce. And me and the honey decided that we're going to cut back on beef and pork. So instead of getting like the regular pork bacon, I figure I would try to get him on to turkey bacon, which is my favorite. And, you know, he kind of eats what I eat. So if I give it to him, he'll eat it. But there is a Kroger digital coupon, buy 2, get 1 free. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Then of course we need lunch meat and sliced cheese. During the week while I'm working, I'm trying to get better about eating like lunch and stuff. You guys, I have a bad habit of waiting until Olivia gets off the bus or until, you know, I go pick up the honey or whatever to decide to eat something. And a lot of times what ends up happening is by the time I eat, after going all day without eating, I get full fast and uncomfortable and stuff like that. So I said, I've got to get better with that. And the only way to get better is to have stuff available to me so that I can just, you know, run downstairs and make me a quick sandwich and some chips. So that's where the lunch meat sliced cheese come from for that. Chips, they are buy 4, save 4. So I'm going to pick up 4 bags of that, because they're $1.77. Now, I'm not really sure what all the chips they have on sale. I know I saw Cheetos and Doritos, but I'm not sure the other ones, the other choices. And then because I am a huge Coke fan, I will be picking up some 2-liter Cokes today. They're 88 cents. I've learned that if, you know, any 2-liter more than $1 Coke brand is not my purchase point price. If it's under $1, then hey, we can roll with it. And I also need some garlic powder. That big thing of garlic powder that I had is running out, you guys. It's like a corner left, so I need that. And then of course Olivia came with her special request, so she wants some Takis and some ice cream. So we're gonna try to accommodate that depending on what's left in the budget. And today my goal is to spend just $75, you guys. So I try to be as transparent as I can on my channel and just be all the way honest with you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna go over this or not. It just really depends. I'm gonna try my hardest not to though. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the store and see how we do. Okay, you guys, so I've made it safely out of the Kroger, as crowded as it was today. It was kind of irritating, to be honest with you, because there were so many people and I found myself getting a headache, constantly saying excuse me and all that other kind of stuff. But we're home now. So this is our grocery haul for the week of May 7th, starting today through May 13th, which is Saturday. Okay, so I've already showed you guys all of the meals that we're cooking. So let me kind of give you a brief idea of what the cost of this was, because I actually went over. My budget was $75, but I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room to play with just in case some of the prices weren't like I thought they were. So today on everything on this table, I spent $99.48. I had a savings of $48 and some change, and I still need to get two more things. I'm missing the chicken broth and the minced garlic, which I can pick up at the Dollar Tree. So that's going to take me over my initial budget of $75. My backup budget was $100, so that's going to take me $2 over, which I am totally okay with that, because last week only thing we spent on last week's meals were like $20. So we had a little bit more to play with this week. My goal target, we have a budget of $300 a month, but I'm trying to cut that down some by just purchasing what we need versus just buying stuff just because it's on sale and just because I have coupons. So let me give you guys a brief look at my stockpile over here. It is dwindling down, and there's a good reason for that. I've been throwing away some items because they've expired, and then of course I haven't really been like shopping for food because I've been focusing on the household items. So now that I've got a pretty nice practical amount for a household, I can start back on food, because we had so much stuff on these shelves and all these cans were stacked up. So I had to wait until some of this stuff dwindled down just a little bit, because I had a lot of stuff that I had to throw away due to expiration dates, yada yada yada. I explained all that in the earlier part of the video. So let's get started. Okay, so the chicken breast, I found one, and Kroger's has been lowering their prices a little bit more. So this was $8.58, and then I had a 75 cents off Kroger digital coupon for that. This was $5.99. This is a bag of frozen chicken breast. Normally about 8 pieces come in there. This was $5.99, and I had $1 off Kroger digital coupon for that. So as I mentioned earlier, we needed potatoes. So for mashed potatoes and french fries, and then whatever's left over will go into the next week. Bananas was one of those things that I did not plan on purchasing, but it was 55 cents a pound, and I thought that was a pretty good deal for bananas at Kroger's. Fruit at Kroger in public is like so expensive to me. So whenever I see like some fruit or something that's on a good deal, or matches with what Aldi has, then I'll go ahead and get it. So this was just an extra purchase right here for the honey. He loves bananas. So they were 55 cents a pound. The bread, I spent a little bit more than I wanted to, but we're trying to get away from white bread. And so this week, the honey wheat bread was like $1.19 or was it like $1.29 or something like that? Excuse me. It wasn't 99 cents. I know that. But the white bread was, and then that kind that the PSST brand, that was 89 cents, but they don't carry honey wheat in that brand. So I just opted for that, which is fine. Healthier choice. These are actually in the ad. They're 10 count mission flour tortillas, 10 for 10. So that's part of a meal plan this week. And then I picked up 2 of the ground turkeys, which will also be part of a meal plan this week. Baked nachos and Salisbury steak, but we're doing ground turkey Salisbury steak. Eggs, unfortunately, they're not on sale this week. I probably should have went to Aldi's because they're 69 cents. But y'all, I just did not want to waste the gas going all the way on the other side of town just to get eggs. So I just said bump it and just got the 18 count large eggs, which were $2.19. Then I got a half gallon of milk, which was $1.79. I picked up some pickles. These were $2.99. I prefer the cold ones. I like the big ones in the jar that you don't have to keep in the refrigerator, but Me and Olivia like those better, the deli type kind. This was one of yesterday's Freebie Friday. There were 2 Freebie Fridays yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video, but there's tortilla chips. So here goes the bag of tortilla chips, and this is just the regular size bag. And these were also part of the Freebie Friday, so you can find these in the Yoplait yogurt aisle or section if you did download that coupon for the freebies. French onion condensed soup. Got some taco seasoning for the baked nachos. Picked up 4 bags of chips. Now, the mega event prices vary. This was $177. This was $199. And these were $149, which is my daughter's favorite. Here you go, because she's waiting. She's got a sub from Publix, and she was waiting on me to do this before she grabbed the bag of chips. So I appreciate her patience. So, you know, all 4 of these chips, including the bag I just gave her, were on the buy 4, save 4. They're just priced a little bit differently. So these are $177, these are $199, and the Takis are $149. These 2 right here, I did not want to get, but they were fillers because this is on the mega event for $249, and I was not expecting them to be. So when I picked those up, I realized I needed 2 more items. So that's what I picked up. These were 67 cents, and these are Rice Crisp. Picked up onions. They were 49 cents a pound. Picked up 2 things of butter because I know that this upcoming Wednesday, this week's deals are going to be over with, and they're going to come with new ones. And I'm not so sure that these are going to be $1.99 when I go back to the store next Sunday. So I just went ahead and got 2. These were 49 cents. These are green onions. And here is the turkey bacon. So I forget how much these were, but I had a coupon that when you buy 2, you get 1 free. They are not on the mega event. And Kroger doesn't let you stack coupons. So if you've got some Butterball coupons, you know, you're going to have to decide if you're going to use the Kroger digital one or the manufacturer one. Coke is my absolute favorite. They were 88 cents when you buy 5. So, of course, 4 of those will be going upstairs. The American cheese, I think this was $1.69 or something like that. So I got that for sandwiches. Also got some lunch meat. These are on the mega event for $1.50. Wasn't expecting that. So I had only planned to go get like 1 pack of lunch meat, but then I was like, oh, this is $1.50 for the 8 ounce. Cool, not a problem. So I picked up 4 packs. Great for sandwiches during the week when I'm working, and for Olivia when she gets home from school if she's hungry, because they eat lunch at about 10:30 something. So by the time she gets home at 3 o'clock, I'm quite sure she's starving. Got some sour cream for one of the recipes, the chicken black bean rice burritos. We already have salsa, so I didn't have to purchase any of that. The Kroger cream cheese is also for that same recipe. This was 10 for 10, and there was like a 30 cents off coupon for that. These were $2.49 on the mega event. So we've got Colby Jack and sharp cheddar, and these are for, I think, 2 of the recipes that we're doing this week. And then whatever's left over, of course, will go into the next week. Here's some buffalo wing sauce. This is one of the items I had a coupon for beside the, I forget what the other coupon was for, to be honest with you guys. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was for something. It was for one of these items that I picked up, but I had 2 physical coupons. The cheese, that's what it was. I had a 65 cents off of one of these cheeses. It was a Kroger Best Customer coupon. And I had another Kroger Best Customer coupon, so I got this buffalo wing sauce, Steak and Shake brand. That was what the coupon specified, and that's for the buffalo chicken tenders and fries. Then I went ahead, and as you can see, I'm all out of, remember y'all, I had that whole row of diced tomatoes. We are finally out of them. So I need 1 can for a recipe and for the baked nachos, and then I also needed this one, the whole peeled tomatoes, for one of the recipes this week. Needed some garlic powder, so that was 10 for 10. Black olives for the baked nachos, that was $1.19. The hominy, I believe, was 59 cents, 89 cents, something like that. Not really sure. That's my first time buying it. And it took me so long finding it that I didn't even pay attention to the price tag. But Kroger brand vegetables are pretty decent as far as price-wise. And I picked up these oranges. They're on sale this week for $2.99, so that's not bad. This is the 3-pound bag. And then extra item that I picked up was the Powerade. The Powerade is, I think, 76 cents or 78 cents, something like that. But you have to buy 8 of them to get that price. So here's 3. The other 5 are in the trunk. So, I also needed some vegetable oil. So the vegetable oil was $1.89. So you guys, that is pretty much it for this grocery haul. Let me give you guys one more glance here. Now this is for this week, starting today. Today we're having leftovers. So none of this other than like a Coke and a bag of chips when I eat my sandwich over there will be opened. Everything else, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prep the chicken breast right here for that recipe that I was telling you about from Raw Spice. I'm not going to use the whole pack. 6. So there's 6 pieces in here. I'll probably just break it down to 3, throw the other 3 in the freezer, and probably use those other 3 for the burritos, the baked burritos. Either that, or I'll just leave them in there, let them go into next week, and then I'll use this bag for the baked burritos. It just depends. Alright, it's because I've only got 10 tortillas, so I only plan on making just a pan of it. Alright, so anyways, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I know this was kind of weird how I did this and kind of broke down everything, but there's a method to the madness. And of course, you have to do what works for you and your family. So, on that note, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.